In a heated battle for European places, the Arabs have come out on top. Welcome back to Fog Football, the last game of an absolute drama-filled, drama-packed weekend here in the SPFL. Hearts 0, Dundee United 1, red card, diving header by Sam Dalby as well. A lot of drama, and I tell you what, it basically puts the final nail in the coffin of Hearts' dreams for getting European football. Like, top six is still on. Obviously, next weekend gets very, very intriguing because they're on 39 points, and also St Mirren and Motherwell are on 38. And I mean, I tell you what, man, if Hearts don't finish in the top six, yeah, we can sit here and argue, well, they're 8 points behind Dundee United. Realistically, they're not going to finish in the European places, right? I totally understand that. Some people on this channel guaranteed that they'd finish above Aberdeen. They're 10 points behind. Something tells me they're not going to finish above Aberdeen, but they still need to finish top six. We can sit here and greet and do whatever about, well, it doesn't matter, mate. Just finish seventh and do whatever. But you want to finish in the top six. And also, here, they're playing the teams in the top five. The Hearts don't want to build towards next season. More games against Celtic and Rangers, who, by the way, their two results, losing against Hibs, losing against St Johnstone, it may have took a wee bit of the sting out of this actual Hearts defeat here, but the reality is, all eyes are on them in this video. When we began the game of football, it was Premier Sports. It was a lovely day in Edinburgh, and then you hear Michael Stewart, and you're like, oh, it's not so lovely, is it, after all? But I tell you what, I thought Hearts were the better team up until the red card, all right? We'll go with that. Hearts, essentially, great play. I thought Khartoum and Splittle were getting in behind every time they got on the attack against Dundee United. I thought George Grant actually had a good game. And James Wilson and Cabangu were stepping up to task. Obviously, Shankland's kind of just fell a bit flat this season. Cabangu's made the difference since coming in January, but there is games where he has just went a wee bit AWOL, obviously against Rangers. I mean, not that he went AWOL, but his goals went AWOL against Rangers. Guy could have literally had about 5 or 6, but he did not. Some decent shots from Hearts, but the reality is, Parr, Napier, they were all at Walton, right? They were all at Jack Walton. And not, see if one of them, one or two of them were placed either side, then maybe we'd be sitting here talking about a different story today. But let's just get to the incident then, shall we? James Wilson, 38th minute. Right, I'll let you, I'll tell you the story here. So I was downloading Call of Duty Warzone, and I hear Michael Stewart, right, start greeting. Michael Stewart absolutely greeting. He's like, no way, there's no way he sent him off for that. He's gave a red for that. It's not even a booking. Then it pans to the replay, right? Wilson's caught him. He's caught him on the shin, all right? Is it a red card? For me, if I was refereeing this game, I wouldn't have gave us a red card, right? Is it a booking? Yeah, it probably is. It's probably one of those amber ones, right? But judging by Michael Stewart's reaction, I thought, nah, there's no way. I was like, this must get overturned. But once a referee gives this as a red, how are they going to overturn it? He's caught him on the shin. It's kind of out of control. I don't like seeing reds given for it. But Michael Stewart, man, he's such a fangirl for Hearts, isn't he? Honestly, it was almost as if Dundee United were being managed again by Craig Levein the way he was getting on here, but it get given. We had Alan Hutton and Charlie Mulgrew at half time basically calling out Stewart like, yeah, maybe 30 years ago it wouldn't be given, but now, brother, it has to be given. But what do you think though? Leave it down in the comments. I think James Wilson, it was a bit of a rash tackle, but can you have any complaints? Is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? It's high enough. It's at speed. He catches him. It's one of those. It's the preference, man. There's some referees that wouldn't give this, and there's some referees that would. I don't think they're ever going too far and overturning it. Put it that way. And they didn't overturn it. And once Hearts go down to 10 men, the 38th minute, that's when we begin to see Dundee United come on the things a wee bit. They made a few substitutions in the second half. Louis Moult got subbed off for Babunski. Middleton came on for Campbell, and Travoronsky came on for Harding. So, I mean, that's 3 really strong substitutions, right, for Dundee United. And I thought they really changed the game. I think it was Travoronsky, they said, has only played 5 minutes in 2025 or something like that. But they started bombarding Hearts. Hearts couldn't really find a way out. I mean, yeah, there was the odd time Kabunga, he had a shot away saved by Walton again. A free kick from, I believe it was Doherty for Dundee United that went well over. But then we get to the goal, don't we? Glenn Middleton, who I think's been pretty good in his Dundee United career. Obviously, the most memorable moment will probably be that goal against Aysed Alkmaar at Tannadice, but gets it in to Sam Dalby, whipped in, diving header into the back of the net. And once you go 1-0 up here, it never really looked like Hearts were ever going to get back in this game, and they didn't get back into this game. And yeah, I mean, it leaves it very interesting for next week as the full-time whistle goes. They're 8 points behind Dundee United. Obviously, if they won today, the gap would have been 2, which is, I mean, the difference is absolutely insane. It really felt like a game today that Hearts absolutely couldn't lose. And so it looks like Dundee United are going to go in to the European places. And I mean, I want the best chance for Scotland in the coefficients. And, you know, if Dundee United finish above Hearts, you can't really say they haven't earned it. But I feel like Hearts are the best chance of going through. But in saying that, how many playoffs in the last couple of years have Hearts just fucked up? You know what I mean? Time after time. So we can't really say too much about it in that regard. But obviously for the battle for the top 6, Hearts sit on 39, St Mirren on 38, Motherwell on 38 as well. And in terms of next week, Motherwell play Hearts and St Mirren are at home to Ross County. So tell you what, man, that is going to be very interesting. Looking forward to that next week. But that is where we're going to leave it, folks. Leave your thoughts down below. Sam Dalby sinks, he breaks Hearts, and I think that's the European dreams in tatters.